Hey, hey, how are you guys? I am here with an angel oracle reading just to bring you a positive reading, as I wanted to do. So this will probably not get a lot of views, but that's not what it's meant for. I mean, that'd be great, but it's meant as a boost and a little spiritual message, food for thought. I'm hoping more people will find that appealing, but I trust that who is meant to get to it will. So, this is the oracle I'm going to use, and I'm going to pull 4 cards as your message for the next, let's say we are at the 18th of December as of this recording. So let me just look at my calendar and decide what the time frame I want to ask for is. All right, the advice for up to the end of the month, the 31st, New Year's Eve. What do the angels, our angels, want to share with us to keep in mind? Turn up the gain on this too. To keep in mind and to hold in our hearts and mind to get through the challenging time that we're entering into. As we, especially I think between now and even after January 20th, are going to be very, very high tense times. I've been trying to tell people that, but and high emotions, and it will affect you. So again, self-care is very important. Maybe people will come back and take a look more at these during this time window. These readings that I want to create for any kind of any experience of difficulty, but primarily for what we need to know to see us through to the end of the month, before the beginning of the right before the beginning of the new year. What is the advice our guides and spirit want to convey to us? What would be helpful for us to remember and hold in our heart? Okay. So I asked my spiritual mentors and my guides, my angels, to assist me to read accurately and clearly and convey the message or messages and that they wish me to. I want to do a good job. All right, I'm going to pull 4 cards, and then I'm going to drag my sliding bottom up. Boing. I thought I would choose something green and lively, like fresh. You know, springtime. Hope you like it. My little gift to you from your watching my videos, because I put the money back in by buying these, just to make it bright, cheerful, and my eyes are watery today from the year-round allergies now. All right, harmony. And we are shown a lady opening her heart chakra. This is also a message I was getting and have been getting more private through my guides, and asking them to open the hearts of the world and soften them because they've become so mean and hardened. So also when we open our hearts, we are less fearful. We're in a place of a centered calm, and the truth. Speak the truth and fight from your corner. You know, give it all you've got. Pull back, rest, and connect with beauty, nature, the small and the simple things, and expand your energy and recharge to keep harmony during difficult, challenging, bumpy rides. Okay. Next card we are getting is Truth. I kid you not. Man. So look at this card of the Truth. Beautiful. So beautiful. I'm going to go in so you can see some of the detail. This has a matte finish, so I'm not having so much glare, because I don't have my overhead bright lights on me right now. They really can hurt my eyes. I have very light sensitive eyes. All right. I say is and we get health. What have I been telling you guys? Just like a typical mom that I am, that your well-being at this time, step back from the news, step back from human nonsense and tension-making craziness and fearful things, and just give your nervous system some peace. And that means sometimes disconnecting too much of news and current events, and just be in the moment of joy that you find that is not connected up to all the stress. Focus on your health. One of the other issues is, you know, to make sure that you just have some simple, healthy, comfort food, and some unhealthy probably as well, but focus mostly on the health, because there's very healthy food that is simple, let me tell you, and tastes fantastic. And I'll be sharing some of those things with you that I've learned through my husband and his mother, God rest her soul. She was from Naples, and you know, I love to cook. Unfortunately, with chronic pain, I can't do it like I used to, but I still enjoy it when I get the energy, and I'm not troubled so much by my stenosis up through here. Now, the fourth card, Awareness. Look at the planets, and do you see Spirit here in with the stars? Be aware that Spirit is with us. And if possible, and I know people have been looking at a lot of flying things here recently, but again, reconnect to nature, reconnect to joy and wonder like a child. You know, if that means watching some specials on space and the beauty of how stars are created, things like that, I think are good. But this is also to remind you that Spirit hears you. Spirit is with you, though you may feel alone. And if you can quiet yourself, be still and know that I am, you know, then you can tune into Spirit and its presence with you. It's only recently, within this last year, that I've been able to do that. And it's taken a lot of effort, but well worth it, because I do notice a big change from my past in how I can handle I've always been pretty good at handling really stressful things. I think that's part and parcel because of the accident I was through. And being disappointed and fully expecting to walk again, and despite all my efforts of 1,000%, it was just not meant to happen. It just did not happen. And I had things happening like a couple weeks before my accident, wondering what it would be like not to be able to use my legs. I've had this stuff happen all my life. So there's certain things when I share with you, I hope that you will be able to value. Keep what resonates, set aside what doesn't. But the main messages from today, and especially to the end of the month, are harmony and truth, finding and making time for disconnection from all the stress and what stresses you. That can be the internet. That can be certain information that's on the internet to avoid, and just focus on, perhaps if the weather's bad and you can't really connect with nature, maybe watching things on nature that kind of take you away. That's a healthy escape. And stay in a place of truth. Don't feel like you have to capitulate in order to conform to what this reader or that reader is saying. This might help you to find your own truth and your own, I think, barometer, and not get pulled around so much. So again, this is a great opportunity to advance these skills. And there's a green light, literally, to do it. By spirit, we're being encouraged to try to keep harmonious means, small means, it doesn't have to be fancy or complicated, to connect to spirit, nature, and that which is not connected to human chaos, so that we can recharge. And to allow yourself to be recharged and refill, replenish yourself with divine light and truth. Reading spiritual food for thought and things that boost material that is a help is also a good thing to do. Not unlike, well, this reading and these kinds of readings. The next two we got were health and awareness. Don't ignore your health. And remember to connect, to keep connected and be still, to get a break from stress. Stress is one of the number one killers. So when your adrenals are constantly dumping in your bloodstream, and I have general anxiety disorder, PTSD, so I know what that feels like, and I know what it feels like to be really sick with it, to the point where my pupils were changing size. So I have had to learn the hard way that you need to detach and not feel like if you're not worrying, that you're not taking action. You have to release that, because there's just a point where we as human beings are limited, and where when we go back to our spiritual nature and replenish it, we come back refreshed and strengthened and ready to handle things better. And our health is better. So we have to let go of things we cannot control, as difficult as that is. And we have to focus on what we can control, and that is keeping aware and bringing spiritual boosting food for thought, books, material, even just observing, just sitting out and watching nature. And if it's too cold to do that, or like me, you're disabled and you can't get about, if you can watch something maybe on various places around the world that interests you and that have an aesthetic, that are peaceful and very enriching. These are the kinds of things about art and music and beauty that are positive. And it's not to deny the reality, it's to be able to accept the reality and recharge, not be completely undone by stress. So, and not to ignore signs that our health is taking it in the shorts. Honor our health. Honor feeding our body decent food. It doesn't have to be expensive, but get some vegetables that you like, you know. Make sure you're getting that this time of year especially, or fruit. Like I have been really going through different oranges like crazy, just craving them and eating them. And it's good fiber. So, and it's a nature's fast food. I keep sometimes 2 or 3 little of the satsumas on the bed and eat them. It sounds silly, but it's not. It's these little things that we can do that are simple, that will help us, aren't complicated, and the benefit is huge. And connect spiritually, wherever that may be. You know, maybe if it's too cold again, or raining, or inclement weather, make a little area around yourself that is for spirit. You know, you can put little things that you like that remind you of spirit, whatever. Most of you have probably already done that anyway. But if you have that, go in that space. Like we have a family altar here, and we have candles, and therefore, you know, any member of the family, if they have, you know, want to, can light a candle, say some prayers. It's there. And I'm really to see that my husband and my kids both enjoy doing that and find it helpful. Make sure you're drinking enough water, getting enough rest. It's very hard to rest when you're stressed out. And again, videos that might help you to sleep, there's a bunch of them. Certain sounds, I think, are unique to each one of us that we find soothing. For me, it can be the sound of the train tracks, that to-doom, to-doom, that monotony. For some people, it's the sound of being in an airplane. Experiment. Find what you can to help to ease yourself if you're having trouble to let go of the stress and unwind. Because your health is your wealth. Okay? All right. Now I'm going to take a look and see what the little comments are for these cards. So the first one is number 7. And these are relatively short. I like that as well. Nothing more boring than someone reading, unless, most of the time anyway, too long of a excerpt, you know. I can appreciate more concise. So let's take a look real quickly again at harmony. All right. It is possible to experience harmony, even in the midst of chaos. Well, I think we're in the right, these are the right cards, folks. This is because harmony comes from within and is not dependent on external factors. Now that is true, but it's very, they should say that is a very hard lesson, like I've said, to work on, and you often have to have gone through a lot of trauma to get to that point. It takes training. Choose to live more harmoniously today, embracing all that is without judgment or expectation. Let that go, that control aspect of what is beyond us. We can only control ourselves, really, at the end of the day. And we have to be our advocate for our well-being. Okay, take a moment to go within and connect with the inner sanctum at the heart of your being. And that's, again, why they have the heart chakra lit up. And the heart chakra is lit up in the second card as well, of truth. So take a moment to go within and connect with the inner sanctum at the heart of your being, where harmony always abounds, and consciously choose to bring some of that harmony forward with you into the present, and then everywhere you go. I center myself and create a protective bubble. There's that bubble. I see it also as like an energy field. Same thing. It's just that it looks like a bubble and it's pretty. Okay. So I center myself and create a protective bubble of love and light energy around me. Harmony is available to me at all times. So you're creating an outlet for you to recharge in your interior means of grounding and source, that light that the Creator has put within us. We have to grapple and set aside all the baggage and go back to that and just sit in that and be still in that light and expand it as well for our own well-being, to recharge, even if you have a lot of interruptions like myself and family. I know, demands and duties and work. But, you know, it's just like when you have a baby. You're fatigued, but you have to grab sleep wherever you can, even if it's a cat nap, shall we say. So, harmony is available to us, but it is within, and we have to put down the human drama and kind of enter that garden, that divine garden of our heart. My hair, the light, the way the light is hitting it makes it look all all right. The next card we have is Truth, and I will tilt the card so that you can see some of the detail, because the light is so bright. Okay, so here we have Truth, and that is number 13. I really like this deck, and it is not, what's her name? It is by, this deck is by Mario DUGUAY. All right, so Truth, once again, a look at Truth. You may find yourself facing a situation in which it is difficult to determine the real truth of the matter and the best way forward. No kidding. Instead of relying on your rational mind to work it out logically, try going within. Okay, that's the second time we've been told to do that, to go into that divine light that is in our heart chakra. that is given to us by the Creator. So again, the best way forward is to go within. Okay. And Buttercup the Woundback, you can't probably hear her, but she's agreeing. So try going in, sit quietly in a form of meditation, doesn't have to be formal, even if it's only for a few minutes. It's so funny because it's just reiterating what I was telling you. I love it. I'm able to confirm myself. Okay, even if it's only for a few minutes a day, and you'll see the answer to this puzzle revealed, perhaps when you least expect it. So look within to find the truth, your truth, and listen to the divine force that comes from that place, the energy, what it gives you, how it feels, and focus in on that. I am in harmony with myself, and I welcome the love of the divine, the power that will guide me towards my fullest shining radiance. So let your light shine, and your truth about how you feel. And I just want to ask people also, when people leave a comment they're talking about how they're feeling, just because it's negative, please do not ask them not to feel that way, because it will taint things. You have to allow people to process their feelings. If they don't, that's when we have a problem. We have to feel it and release it. So allow people to share. They're being vulnerable. And don't dismiss it or tell them not to feel that way, because they feel that way. And we need to honor that and give them support and remind them to step back and care for themselves, not deny their feelings. And I say that with love to those that are trying to be helpful with that. But on my channel, I want people to be able to say they've had a shit day and that they're feeling doubtful. You know, it's not the same as someone that's continually negative. People need to feel like they have my shoulder, at least, if not the community here, to rest on for a moment. That's what we're here for. So I just want to ask people to rethink that in love and compassion. And I know people mean well, but please, please allow people this way forward, especially because it's going to get harder, to share their feelings and give them strength in a different verbiage, because it does matter. All right? All right. So let your light shine, and make sure these two cards are saying, make sure that you get away from, I think, also other people. Time alone. Make that time available to you and the divine, even if it's just for a few moments, and where you go into that birthright connection that the Creator has, that light that the Creator has put within us, in our heart chakra especially. All right. Now we're going to look at the health and the awareness cards. All right. Health is number 9, awareness number 15. And let's just savor these messages. Take them in. You can feel free to play it again if you need to. This is, again, our guides, spiritual advice between now and December 31st. helpful things that we can do during difficult, challenging times that are yet to unfold. It's going to get very emotional and very stressful. So it's interesting, this message. Health. Let's take a look at it. Again, look at her beautiful dress with poppies and various flowers and sparkling light. Look how happy. And look at the radiant light around her. Okay. Now the message is, now is an opportune time to focus on your health. You have been living life at a hectic pace for some time. And it would be wise to take a break and allow yourself to relax and rejuvenate. Repeating again what I've been trying to convey. So again, it doesn't have to be a complicated rejuvenation or switch up. Something simple and fun. Something that you can do with, if you have grandkids, or hell, you don't even have to have grandkids. Just be the grown-up, Maybe you like model trains, Go see an opening. Go to an art show. Whatever it is. Something that's uplifting and that doesn't give you a hangover. Okay, so it's saying we need to allow time to relax and rejuvenate and give thanks for the health of our bodies and minds, and remember to make health. And that, of course, is mental health. Emotional health is because it's connected to our physical health. It's the full package, all right? To make it a high priority in the coming months. So maybe not just even to the end of December, but I'd say into like February, March. I think it's going to be a very chaotic winter to spring. Lots of going on. And we will need to pull back and have days where we are MIA, where news and perhaps other human stressors are being looked at. Okay? Give thanks for the health of your body and mind, and remember to make your health, that mental health, a high priority in the coming months. And that to me usually means like 2 or 3. That's how my brain goes. But be open with it. Allow it to be whatever it needs to be. Because trying to control that is going to only frustrate you. Now here's the key words, the little blurb. Each and every one of my cells is constantly regenerating and radiating light. I attune to the divine love within me and let it flow through every cell of my body. I breathe in life, and energy flows freely within me. I am eternal youth, eternal health, eternal light. So again, remember your true form, which is eternal light. And our eternal light gets its nourishment from divine source. And we do too, in addition to the earthly laws of this realm. But it wouldn't happen without the divine. Now, if you don't agree with me, that's fine. Again, no need for any kind of snark that is mean or in the comments. Not going to put up with that. So Again, you might disagree, but regardless, make your spiritual and emotional and your mental energy have priority to get out or to focus on something else and to involve yourself in something else. Maybe it's crocheting, maybe it's painting or writing poetry, or just laying in the sun eating an apple if you get to, or sitting by the fire and petting your cat or your dog, or cuddling up with your loved ones, or just yourself, just you and God. Okay? Reconnecting to your eternal light and recharging. Now, the last card is awareness. I love that card. That's our guides, that's all our mentors, that's all our ancestors on the other side. They know what's going on. They're here for us. We just need to be still and quiet and get a sense of that and connect and step out of this timeline for a while, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And we can do that without some sort of crisis. It just takes a little bit of effort. And it's a fun thing to learn to do. And it's good for us. Maybe focus on, like I'm saying, planets and space or science and that kind of thing. Biology, whatever you might nerd noodle into, so to speak. So now here is awareness. Now we have been reminded to reconnect to spirit because we need to expand that divine recharging energy, but it also affects, of course, our awareness. Our awareness expands then too, and we can become more peaceful and aware. Not escape, but aware, but calm. And we have that here. Okay, here's the final one. Beautiful card again. Awareness. Practice living in a state of awareness where you are conscious of every thought and feeling, that's a form of meditation, and feeling that passes through you. You have to do this, as I was saying about feelings. You have to process them. You have to feel and allow them to pass through. You have to. So start to notice the energy of these thoughts and emotions and ask yourself if they are serving you, assisting you to live according to your true purpose and potential. If you find they are not, make a conscious decision to change these thoughts and feelings in the very moment that you notice them to ones that are of the bigger picture and are more positive, hopeful, and uplifting. I am conscious of each thought and feeling that I manifest. I am mindful of what I create in the universe. I am an expression of the divine light. So we are also meant to remember that we are part of the divine light and not to be overcome with worry. Again, we have to let certain things go that is beyond our human capacity in this form to control. Once you've done everything you can do, the next thing you can do is go to spirit and recharge yourself and reconnect to your truth. Because this world is not the truth. It is an experience that it is a series of tests we go through. And in order to get through it, we have to step back from it from time to time, especially to recharge and to remember as we get too caught up in the drama of the world that drains us, that we can be nourished by our spiritual connection to truth, peace, harmony, and light, and to bring that in and give ourselves that information, that until it is flowing through. That can take a while. There's a lot of stress. And just to work at it a little bit every day, sometimes using a deck like this can help. All right? So for the coming months, this is part of the message. And I think that it's right along there with the TLC, and being part of being fierce is taking care of yourself. You can't give from an empty cup. And it's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel depressed. It's not fun, but you must acknowledge it and give yourself the moment to experience the feeling, and then give it time to go. And in the meantime, keep juggling in more positive, and it'll become a little easier to get out of funks. I know. I've dealt with severe depression. I know what it's like. So I'm here for you. And I want you to be able to feel comfortable and know that I care, because I do. And again, I want to remind people not to knee-jerk react, to pause, take a breath, and let go. Just let go for a while. It's, not going to end if you're not worrying, okay? What's going to be undone is your own health. So you have to learn to let go and work on that. And that can be very satisfying and making you feel like what you do have control over, which is yourself and your reaction and working on it. And there's nothing wrong, again, with your feelings. It's normal. What isn't normal is when we don't allow ourselves to speak of it, to say how we feel, and then to process it and let it go. So I just want to put that out there and give you all a great big hug. You're not alone. It's going to be all right no matter what, even if he gets in there. I know that sounds crazy, but I know from my dreams and from things that are not based in logic, but are repeating themselves over and over to me. We will get through this no matter what. And should he get in there, it's not going to be a full, I don't believe at all, 4 years. His cards are so bad, and I have never seen him get cards like this. So try to work again and again on releasing what you can't control and not allowing them to manipulate your rage and get you down. Switch it up, do what you need to do, and don't let anyone make you feel any kind of way about that, all right? That's normal. Trust me, I'm old, been through a lot, with the accident at 17 that left me paralyzed from the waist down since 1986. But I still got married. I've had children. I've done a lot of things that people said I would never do. And I made it through very dark things. And I'm still making it through very dark things. And it's part of my challenge in this lifetime. And this is collectively part of our challenge. But we will make it through. I guarantee you that. We will make it through. Because we are badass, eternal beings of light. And this is just part of the challenge we've come here to experience. Now make sure you take a break and love yourself. Bye.